Hey guys, so to make these baubles you are going to need some yarn, some DP ends size 4.5, and you will need some stuffing, a tape measure, some wool needles and scissors. So once we've got everything all together, we're going to get started with casting on. So in this video I'm doing the smaller size. This pattern comes in a larger size or a smaller size, and you can have the PDF pattern, which is linked on my website, which will be linked down below. So I am casting on 10 stitches for on the DP ends, so that's 30 altogether, because we are going to be needing 3 DP ends, and then the fourth one we are going to be knitting with. So we're going to do this 10 stitches on 3 needles, and there's a bit of a sped up version there. Okay, so we are now on to joining in the round, which is so simple. All you're going to do is with your spare needle that you have, you're going to start on the left side here. So you can see where I've cast it on, you got the long tail. So with the spare needle, I am going to basically start the row, and this is just by knitting the first stitch on that needle, and then you basically knit every single stitch, and that is how you join in the round. It is so simple on DP ends. You can see here I'm knitting that first stitch. Sped up version here of me just knitting every single row. Just going to keep knitting, knit, and there we go. If only I could knit that fast. But these are really quick, really quick project to knit up. Probably takes about half an hour, so not too long. So I've measured to make sure I have 6 centimeters, and now we are going to need the needle. So I am first of all cutting quite a long tail here, because we're going to thread the yarn through the live stitches. So all you're going to do is just go through every single stitch with the needle. You can see I'm doing on the video here. And then I'm just going to pull the yarn through and carry on doing the exact same thing until I have reached the end. So you can see I am now at the end here, and I am basically going to pull all of the stitches through, and I'm going to pull quite tight. And we are then going to be closing up that little hole at the bottom. So to do that, I am just going from one side to the other, as you can see here, just to secure it closed. And then I'm doing it exactly the same but the other way. And I'm just threading it through to the wrong side, and then you're just going to snip that because you do not need that piece of yarn anymore. So now comes the exciting part. So you're going to be needing your stuffing. So you can see here I'm just stuffing the bauble to make it look like a bauble. And I'm just stuffing it right to the top. And now we are going to be using, again, our needle and a long tail, because we're going to be threading this long tail through the top stitches. So you can see I'm just starting here, I'm going through one stitch right at the start, and then I'm just going to basically go through every other stitch. It does not matter if this is not perfect, you just want to thread through a few stitches till you get to the end where you started. So you can see I'm missing every other stitch. One thing to keep in mind is you want to keep hold of those tails at the start, because when you are threading through the stitches, that can come undone and then you lose what you've started. So you do want to make sure you hold on to that quite tightly as well. So I am now at the end. I'm still holding on to those tails, well, especially while I do this bit, and you're basically gonna pull the yarn tight to shut the bauble, because we're gonna close the top. And like we did before, we're just gonna then thread the yarn from one side to the other to close that hole. So then with those two tails that we had at the start, I am then going to basically knot them twice, so double knot it to make sure it doesn't come undone, and then I'm going to snip it. So with that long tail that we thread through those stitches and then closed up the bauble, we're using that as our, let's say, the hanger to the bauble. So this is basically the string that we are going to tie together. So you can see I'm knotting it together, just doing a knot and then doing another knot. And that is how you're going to be able to hang the bauble onto the Christmas tree. So you can see I'm taking the whole loop and then threading that through the other piece of yarn and then pulling really, really tightly just to make sure it does not come undone. And once I'm pretty happy that it's not going to come undone, you're then just going to cut that bit of yarn off and you should be good to go. And ta-da, you have your bauble. So here are the baubles on the tree. You can see that is the larger one, and then we have the smaller ones. So I really hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please like this video and subscribe to see more videos, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.